Hi, we're in the garden, this time by the Aronia bush, and I would like to explain what's going on here in case you haven't stumbled upon my previous videos where I planted the blackcurrants or the gooseberries or the ones about the honeyberries. So we have the variety of Aronia called Hugin. I bought the plant last year, and I think it was last year or at the end of 2022, can't remember exactly, but it's been in the ground about a year, and it's surrounded. I think this one is oregano, thyme. We have a strawberry over there. We had more strawberries, but that one is looking really good. And I think this one over here is Babington leek. I planted a few bulbils a while ago. So yeah, what I wanted to tell you, basically this bush has been a bit neglected. I planted it, and when I planted it I mulched it, but the layer of mulch wasn't that deep. I mean, it was what I could give it to the plant at that time, and the grass started conquering more ground again and was starting to to spread. So I cleared a bit, and then I covered the area with wood chips, being careful not to cover these plants as well. But with the Aronia, what I did, I've been quite rough with it. This plant has been a bit starved from what I remember last summer. It didn't have enough mulch, and the roots, they were in the ground, but I would have liked it if it had more room, more of the stem in the soil, in the wood chips. And I remember thinking in the summer, sometime late summer, that it needed feeding. It needed more mulch. I thought it might be in danger to dry out or something, but we get plenty of moisture here in Scotland, so that was fine for this plant. But this time, as I said, I've been quite rough with it, and I brought some wood chips from that I've put on the lawn there. And by the way, these wood chips have some wine cap mycelium in them, but I didn't see a lot of it. I also made an application here a while ago, but we'll see if any wine caps pop out. If not, it will at least enrich the soil life here. But as mentioned, I applied a lot of shovels of wood chips on top of the Aronia Hugin. And if you can imagine, if you haven't seen my previous videos, I don't remember if I posted a lot about the Aronia, maybe in my garden tours, but this bush, you see now, it's all covered with wood chips, but it was all down to the base, same as the area here. So you can imagine how much I covered from the bush. I covered a lot, and basically what's going on, let me go on the other side. So we have all these stems with the main stem, and then separated into several branches, about 4 or 5 branches. This one broke a bit because I've been quite rough, as mentioned, and because this mulch, it's at the base here, it's going to help the stems form more roots. And if I want in the future, I could clip these branches, move the wood chips away, and cut the branches with the formed roots and repot them or replant them somewhere else in the garden. I love this plant. It makes beautiful white blooms, abundant blooms, and the berries are quite nice actually. Lots of people say the Aronia berries have quite a strong flavor. Not everyone likes it, and they usually combine it with other fruits, but this one is quite nice. I remember I picked a few berries and they were quite sweet, but not as sweet as strawberries, for example. But I like them because they're very good. There's been research done. Apparently the berries help treat cancer. I mean, I don't know, I haven't done a lot of research myself, but that's what I've been reading, that it helps with all sorts of illnesses. And in general, really dark colored berries help with a variety of things. Same as elderberry, which is another plant that I'm in love with. And I've got lots of cuttings planted in the nursery bed. Maybe you've seen some videos about that. So yeah, in the future, if I want, I can either leave this plant to bush out and create more stems, and hopefully, because it has all this mulch material this year, it will grow into a stronger plant. But if I want to take cuttings and propagate the plant, because I would like at least 10 more plants, I wish I had more, but I can always propagate the other ones that will be growing. So yeah, I encourage you to plant Aronia, any variety you can find. Viking is one of the most known ones, but I don't think they had the one, that one, when I wanted to buy them, and I bought the Hugin. I can't remember exactly what was the issue, or maybe I just wanted a shorter variety. I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter. But because they're very fast growing bushes. And yeah, I wish I could show you the blooms that were on it and the berries. I remember thinking when I saw the berries, it was an abundance of berries. Although it was the first year, this plant made so many berries. And as I mentioned, although it was starved, the soil wasn't great, I feed it as best as possible, but it was just right after the lawn, so I didn't have that much time to enrich this, for the soil to be enriched. Hopefully this year it will do fabulous, much better than previously. And yeah, it did quite well the previous year. So yeah, I'm rambling again. But I'll do an update to show you what's going on with this plant. Oh, but by the way, the foliage on this is lovely. It makes reddish orange leaves in the autumn. They're stunning. Okay, thank you for watching my very long video, but I hope it helps someone with the plants in their garden. Take care, have a lovely afternoon.